Hello, hello, and welcome to the first episode of Tech Talks with me, your host, Andela. Here, where we facilitate market access for locally produced goods and services through advanced innovative technologies. Now, the topic for this week is smart farming and agri-tech, of which I'm joined by Mr. Agric-tech, who is the Gradeway Solutions Company CEO. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Erra.
And let me just take this opportunity as well to thank Botswana and to thank everybody who's listening and who'll be listening to the podcast. It's my pleasure to be here today, this morning.
Thank you so much for coming. I think if you're a farming enthusiast or a farmer at large, you'd know exactly who this man is. For those of you who don't know who this man is, he is the CEO of Gradeway Solutions, like I was saying to you, a company that specializes in system development and support, of which in that we managed to breed Mpatlisa app. Now he'll tell us exactly what Mpatlisa app is and how it helps us as Botswana and farmers at large. Take us through it, Mr. Chifana. What is Mpatlisa app?
All right, thank you once more. Yeah, in very simple terms, Mpatlisa app is a virtual marketplace for everything agric. Within the whole agric value chain, we realized that Botswana are very good at farming. They spend a lot of time toiling in the fields, toiling at the cattle posts. But then, at the end of the day, they also have to take their own produce to the marketplace. So we came in and said, why can we not take that burden, offload that burden of looking for market access? And we then developed this application. It is a web-based application where we have provided a platform where farmers and even providers of services in agriculture can actually market their services, and farmers can be able to see these services and be able to take them on and contact those people so that they don't spend a lot of time really looking for a market.
So the inspiration really was from taking the burden off farmers to say, let's do this for you, they have a platform for you to broadcast your things on us.
Yes. Let me take it back to where we started.
Yes, please.
The vision started during COVID, when a lot of farmers had worked very hard. But because of the COVID lockdowns and the COVID restrictions, a lot of the farm produce was rotting in the fields. While at the same time, Botswana were hungry, they were looking for food. So we then realized that we needed to move from the way of doing business, of taking things physically. That's when we came up with this vision now, to build a technology that they can actually work for farmers, even when they're at their field or when they are at their office. So that's where we then decided to build this application so that Botswana, like and everybody else, can be able to take advantage of technology and be able to reach the marketplace from wherever they are. Okay.
Now for somebody they haven't seen the app, what technological integrations have you featured into this app? What kind of challenges have you faced in the development of this?
Okay, so the application as it is a very big application that caters for so many things. Maybe just to go back to where the name comes from. The name Mpatlisa is a Setswana name that means Mpatlisa saying, or help me find something. So the idea was then that we want to help every Motswana to be able to locate everything that is agri that is looking for. So if somebody is looking for a bull, Mpatlisa app will help you find it. If somebody is looking for a truck to transport his cattle, Mpatlisa app will be able to help you locate it. If your bull or your animal is sick and you are looking for a vet, Mpatlisa app is the place to go. If you are looking for a farm, a ranch, a borehole, a surveyor, a driller, even a stud breeder, it is actually a place where anything that is agric has to be the first place where you start. So in a way, we see Mpatlisa app as a farmer's toolbox over and above the market access. It's a toolbox that when you are ready and you are able to reach out to a service provider near you. Because when the service providers like surveyors and vets register, we even indicate their zone. So which means if, for example, you are in Nojani and you are looking for a vet, you can be able to locate a vet that is near you.
So from your end, you have found, let's like the example you're using, you put vets around the whole country, you upload the information into this app.
Yes.
And then as a user, how about a vet from, say, like you're saying, you can find.
You just browse. You browse through
okay.
the app.
Okay.
And we've deliberately broken it by zones so that you can be able to locate a service provider who can come to you very quickly.
Okay.
So just to summarize, Mpatisa app is there to help you find whatever it is that, that you need. But over and above that, as people, as farmers transact as well, we are slowly building a database because you would know and would appreciate that where we are now, the biggest asset that any nation can have is data.
Yeah.
And that data is strategic data that can be used by even the government when they want to close the borders, for example. They can go into Mpatisa app and look at the cropping plans of farmers who have captured their cropping plans and the harvest plans. So that when the Minister of Agriculture says on such and such a month we want to have vegetables, actually there's data that shows that in fact in that particular
a big platform, hey?
Yes, because what has been happening, the decisions have been made, but there was no data to back that. So in the bigger scheme of things, as people sell, as they market, we are ultimately building a database for data analytics that can be used.
Okay.
And that then also will now serve as a basis for artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence only works with data. If there's no data, there's not much that we can do.
This is a big platform. And my question is, since inception of Mpatisa, how have Botswana farmers or farmers at large, how have they responded to this app?
Yeah, we thank you so much for that question.
Yeah.
We have had feedback from individuals.
Yeah.
There's a module that I didn't mention that helps people to locate their stray animals, mostly Matimela.
Okay.
We have had feedback from people who managed to locate their Matimela from the app.
Okay.
Because the way that module works is that if somebody is registered on our app and somebody reports a stray animal, based on the brand, is able to send that person a message, an SMS message. So we have had feedback from that. We've also had significant and good feedback from the commercial farmers who are using it.
Okay.
Because now they're able to reach out to more people within a short period of time.
Okay. Which districts around the country, as from the feedback you've gotten, where do most people in the country engage more with the app? I guess Botswana South who are engaging more into this, or North, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently, the app is available worldwide, countrywide, sorry. But the limitation has been that it's an internet-based application.
Yeah.
So as a result, you find that a lot of the people who interact with it are the ones that are in the urban areas.
Yeah.
But if you remember our farming setup, the people who reside in cities, they actually farm in the rural areas.
Exactly.
But our view really is also to reach to the individual small stakeholder farmers.
Yeah.
And we are counting on the fact that government is rolling out connectivity to the villages.
Yeah.
So we will be able to get access to those as well. But the feedback that we've been getting for those who have really taken it up is like a wow. They really believe that this is a technology that we should roll forward to almost everybody out there.
I think with the features that are there already in the app, what do you think in the future you're going to add into the app to right now times are changing, technology is also changing. What kind of features do you think you're going to add onto the app right now to enhance it?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Yeah, currently the way the app is working is that people get, or sellers will browse, so the buyers will browse, they'll get information and they'll be able to contact the seller. And then they conclude the transaction offline. So we're working on putting a payment gateway that will make sure that when a farmer sees something that he or she wants, she can actually order it online, actually reserve it online, order it online, and pay it online.
Oh, okay.
That is what that will help. So that will help in two ways. One, as a business, it means we'll be able to monetize our application.
True.
More importantly, the buyers and the sellers, because they are now transacting within the app, we are now protecting them in the sense that the person who is selling would have registered with us. So we reduce the incidences of scams, we reduce incidences of where somebody says, I got the product, it was not exactly what I wanted, but I've paid.
Yeah.
So when we introduce the payment gateway, we will be authorized by the buyer to say, now you can pay the seller. So that we will be safeguarding that aspect. Another aspect that we're going to be introducing is to ensure that there are a lot of other ad hoc services out there of people who want to, who are already offering service that we are not offering. So we want to provide this as a platform where they can do a plug and play. In other words, if somebody is into the business of animal tracking, already has got a business, people out there will not know about them, but they know about Mpatisa app. So we can take that technology and plug it on our app, such that when whoever is searching, looking for that tracking service, you can actually find it on Mpatisa app. And we have designed it such that when they press the link, they will not even know that they've moved outside of Mpatisa app. They will now be able to link with that person. So by so doing, we are saying we want to collaborate with everybody out there who is supporting the agricultural value chain, because we want to make farming not just to be commercial, but to be exciting.
And easier as well.
And easier as well. And remember, the younger generation that is coming, they are more into tech.
True.
So if we advance in this route, it means already we are bringing them on board.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. I think you've answered my next question. I was going to ask about AI. You know what I'm saying? AI is now, we're moving into an AI-infested era of humanity where, like you're saying, you'd want to bring in people who are doing into tracking, who are tracking kind of to do it to satellites and that kind of thing. My question was going to be your vision with regards to AI, to say, what do you envision artificial intelligence doing, enhancing in your app's functionality, and what specific tools you want to incorporate into it?
Thank you for that question. Yes, I think over and above what I've already said, the modern farmer is very busy.
True.
What they don't like is to start pressing so many steps. So we envisage a situation where we can put an AI platform where, if, for example, I'm looking for a Simmentala bull in Nojani, I can just go and type, find Simmentala bull in Nojani for this price range. And the app goes into the application and pulls the ones that meet my criteria. So that way it will save people a lot of time. Yes. And it also then goes to the other issue that where AI will become relevant, will be that it will also then help people when they try to upload their produce, for example. With AI, they can be able to get feedback that says, no, this bull that you are selling, generally on Mpatisa app, it sells for that much. So this will help in the sense that farmers will be able to price their supplies and commodities competitively. Because we don't want a situation where somebody works so hard and he undercharges for his product, and vice versa as well.
Okay. And that makes so much sense. What opportunities for collaboration for tech providers and agriculture stakeholders are going to be expanded into this app? I think, from what I'm understanding, I'd come as a farmer, okay, I'm I have bull that's mentally and this and this and this and this, and I put it there because the platform. And as a buyer, you come and say, you know, Voyo's base go, she has this, right? Now, I think I want to understand if, how do I even say this? How do you then protect my information as a farmer, or farmers out there who use your platform to write about where their farms are located, what they have, and that kind of thing? Because the app is open to everybody. It's open also to do you get what I'm saying? So how do you protect data yabato in your app? The farmers, the vets, and everybody who comes to use your app as a platform of advertising on their end.
Okay. No, thank you so much for that question. I think it was two questions there. I'll answer the last question, data protection. As you'll be aware, when the Data Protection Act that has just been released, we have to make sure that we adhere to those. And the fact that our app is also on Google Store, they also got their own requirements in terms of data protection, and we need to make sure that the data is protected. And then I think the other question was on collaboration. In this day and age, any business that does not want to collaborate is not a business at all. I'll say it with boldness. We are looking at collaborating with all and everybody in the farming space, including the tech people. For example, when we talk about artificial intelligence. In my team, I don't have that competence.
Okay.
But there's somebody who is a Botswana, who has got that competence, who is also interested in farming.
Yes.
Because you also need to make sure that our values are aligned. So we will be collaborating with tech people. We are collaborating with educational facilities, because remember, they do a lot of research that is supposed to reach out to solve farmers' problems. But most of those researches, they end up filed at the universities, and they don't reach out to the intended recipients. We also going to be meeting a lot of like the banks, the financial sectors, because the data that we generate, it can actually even help them, plan their packages and as they go forward in the farming community. And more importantly as well, the associations, because in the farming space, whether it's horticulture, whether it's cattle farming, farmers are slowly realizing that without associating, their voice will never be heard. So we actually already talking to them so that we can facilitate their processes, we can facilitate their associations, we can facilitate their memberships.
Okay. This sounds like an amazing platform, I won't lie to you. Now my question is, since the inception now till now, what kind of challenges have you encountered in this, and in that, how have you also addressed them?
All right, no, thank you so much. Yeah,
like you're saying, our farmers are out there, where you need internet connectivity and to use the app. How now have you tried to navigate or to close that gap? Yeah, I think that's my question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, challenges are there, and they will always be there. And we are working very hard to address them on a case-by-case basis. I think from the time we started, one of the biggest challenges obviously has been financial constraints, because this is a self-funded project. We were funding it from our own resources. More importantly, I think from a technological side, adoption of technology in this country and a lot of countries is a problem. You may laugh if I tell you that even up to today, there are still people who can send people to go and collect money for them at an ATM. So imagine now if you bring a technology that says you can sell your things from home. So technological adoption has been quite slow. And because we also have got a competitor, remember, our biggest competitor is marketing by word of mouth and marketing by social media. So that has also taken a lot of people who have taken our idea and kind of tried to imitate it on social media, only for us to later realize, or no, this is now a different service provider. So one of the biggest challenges, technological adoption, and more added to it, issue of connectivity, because without internet, we cannot be able to do much. So how do we resolve these problems? In terms of connectivity, we are counting on the connectivity drive that the government of Botswana is going to be rolling out. We are also looking at service providers like you who will be selling satellite connections. We can be able to go into the internet. But looking at the fact that our majority of stakeholders are rural farmers, we are also looking at using this USSD type, where they can use *# something.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Get onto the
app.
However, that will also demand a lot of education from our side.
That's true.
It now means us going out there,
posting shows and meeting people.
Yes,
that's true.
But the most positive thing about it is that even those rural people, they are now associating. So if we go to the association, we'll be able to have a much higher impact, where we can be able to meet a group of people.
Okay.
So we believe challenges are there, but as business people, as entrepreneurs, that is what businesses are meant for.
Okay.
We shall show.
My last question and final question to you is, what's the vision now for the future vision for Patlisa app? The technology is evolving in Botswana. I think with time we'll get there to where Patlisa wants us to be as farmers, But what's your vision? What do you think Grade is going to do in trying to be part of the evolution of technology in Botswana the next decade or so?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that question. Yes, we had a roadmap. Our roadmap was first to develop Patlisa app, test it in Botswana, perfect it. But our bigger vision is to become part of a global society in the agricultural space. There is this phenomenon called climate change.
Yes.
Climate change is here, and nobody can fight nature and win.
True.
So our view really is that going forward, we want our app to be a climate-friendly app,
Application.
such that we can collaborate with people who are doing smart farming. Because as climate change comes, it now means, one, it's going to be very, very expensive
True.
to farm. Two, getting products to the market is going to be a challenge. Three, there has to be efficient use of whatever resources that are there. For example, if you've got water, this issue of just splashing water all over the place is not going to be
We have to now minimize that.
We now need to go into the Internet of Things, where sensors can actually determine how much water needs to go to a particular plant,
temperature,
how much of the pesticide needs to go to a particular plant.
Makes so much sense.
So we believe Mpatisa app is the foundation of all those technologies that are going to come. And we believe we are going to be an ecological company, but we are looking also beyond the borders. Because within the app, there's a module called import-export.
Yes, I saw that actually.
Yes, so that when we have trade between South Africa and Botswana can actually buy from South Africa on the app, and South Africans can actually buy.
From us.
And we're looking at the SADC region. Because the biggest issue we have in Botswana is the population. 2.3 million. And it's not everybody who's into farming. So we really believe we're going to be opening up across the borders. Looking at South Africa and looking at Namibia.
Alrighty. I think for me, that's just it. It's like they've understood exactly what Intelsat app was, and they've gotten all the knowledge like I have from being here. Anything you have to say before we close the show, sir?
Yeah, I think my last words are just to thank you and to thank you for your team, the crew. I know most of the time they are not recognized, but I'll take this honor to recognize them. And just to thank all Botswana that are listening. And to say, reach out to us.
Yes, please.
We can be able to link you to other people. And we can be reached on Facebook. On Facebook, Mpatisa app is our Facebook page. We also have got a dedicated WhatsApp group where we train people on this app because it is quite a big app. And then our office number is 75859242. We can be reached there. And we believe that this is just the beginning. We're going to have another session where we'll focus on maybe just 1 or 2 modules. And Botswana technology is here. Technology is reverse. Let's join the bandwagon and let's not get left behind. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Chifana. I'm very, very happy we had this conversation. And on to the next episode. This is for it from me. Thank you. Bye.